Hello, my sweet following friends. How are you? I am going to bring to you something you may have had over the holiday, but this isn't for the holiday. This is one that if you like, when you're done preparing it, you'll cool it completely. You'll wrap it in parchment paper and then double your foil, put it in your freezer, and it will keep beautifully for up to 3 months. So if you have a thing going on in January or February or March, or you have someone who's ill, or you have someone who's going to be needing a meal, this is the perfect thing. Meanwhile, excuse my voice, still getting over that crud that all of America Plus have had. And so I'm going to show you what I do for this casserole. Now, this is a breakfast casserole. We use it many times for supper. But what has a twist on this is it has ham and sausage in it. And I use the renderings of the ham to make my version of a red-eye gravy, which when you serve the casserole, you serve the red-eye gravy over the top. It is amazing. I will just tell you the truth. It is amazing. So let's get started. Here I have a 9x13 very deep casserole dish, and I've buttered it well. I don't have to. This is Temptations that I've had for 25 years at least, but I do it because of the flavor. Now here I have croissants that are really getting stale, so we're going to break those up just in bite-sized pieces, and I'm going to use enough to cover the entire bottom of the casserole dish. These are from our local Sam's Club. They are buttery, they are rich, they are decadent. So I want to say you'll use maybe 5 or 6 at best because they're so large, but you'll use whatever completely covers the bottom. And if you watched my video the other day, I did a video of, or not a video, but a post of 2 sandwiches. If you haven't made those yet, you're missing something in your life, my friends. So I'm going to go ahead and get this coated, the whole bottom, with these croissants. All right, I used 4 croissants, so I will freeze these 2, and we will use those later for sandwiches. So now we have these beautifully coated in the bottom. Everything's covered. Here I have 7 jumbo eggs. Jumbo. If you don't have jumbo, use 8. If they're small eggs, use 9. These are jumbo eggs. To this, I'm going to add 1 cup of whole milk. I'm now going to add 1/2 cup, a generous 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. So far, so good, right? Now, I'm going to whisk these until I get as much air in them as I possibly can. Okay, meanwhile, I've added a cup of coffee to keep me going. I have my eggs beautifully whisked, beautifully whipped. A lot of air in there. All right. I'm going to add some things now. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of spicy brown mustard. Not a big tablespoon, just a nice even tablespoon, just like that. Just like that. I'm going to tap it in. There we go. Now we're going to add some Dano's Original. What else, right? The workhorse in my kitchen. I kid you not. So many herbs and spices I don't have to worry about. To this, we're going to add a tablespoon as well. Just like that. And we're going to continue whisking. Going to bring all that mustard and those herbs and spices together, and we'll have a delicious, delicious base, custard base. All right, now we're going to add some more. I have 1 full 1/2 cup, a full 1/2 cup of very small diced red bell pepper. I'm putting it in our eggs. Now you can do this in layers in the casserole, but I just soon save the time. I have the same amount of a very finely diced sweet onion going in. Now I have a cup of cheese. I'm going to take half of it, put it in my casserole, just like that. And I'm going to reserve the other half for the top. I have 1 cup of breakfast sausage that I've cooked going in. I have 1/2 of a cup, rounded half cup of diced delicious smoked ham. Remember, we saved the renderings from that ham. We'll be making my version of a red-eye gravy later to go over this casserole when we serve it. So with all of these wonderful things in it, we're just going to stir them around till they're well mixed. If you've never had a breakfast casserole with a gravy over it, I made one for Christmas morning. We had a sausage and egg casserole with sausage gravy, and it was a hit. So this is just an easy thing to create. All right, we're going to take our egg mixture, and now we're going to just simply pour it all as evenly as we can over our bread. Now, we can spread this, don't worry. And we will. We want the meat to be spread as evenly as we can, and the peppers and the sausages. Just like so. Won't miss a place. The egg we want evenly done. Looks beautiful. All right, now we're just going to pat all of this down into, let me see if I can bring you a little closer, into our bread mixture. We're going to let those croissants do all of the absorbing of the custard. We're going to put this in the refrigerator from 6 hours to overnight. In this case, we're going to do an overnight. There we are. I'll be coming to you here in a second. Doesn't that look beautiful? Because it is, but more than beautiful, it's amazingly delicious. Now, we're going to put our cheese on top that we reserved. We don't want tons of cheese because we're going to have a gravy, so we don't want it too overdone or overwhelming. Now, this is going to go in the refrigerator, covered, for anywhere from 4 hours to 6 hours to overnight. For us, it'll probably be overnight, but I won't quote me. And when I take it out, I'll let it sit for about 30 minutes on the counter. I'll preheat my oven to 350 and I will bake it covered for 30 minutes. And then I will uncover it for about 10 to 15 until the center comes out with no uncooked egg. Then I will make my version of a red-eye gravy and we'll serve it with that. And I'll have it all on video. But this is the beginning. This is where you start. You got time to do this before we do the next video that completes it, right? I make nothing without flavor. I make nothing without texture. I make nothing that doesn't give everyone something amazing in every single bite. So, get ready. for something delicious. For you, for someone else, doesn't matter. Just get ready. It's got to be better than my hair or my makeup. Something's got to go better, right? Because this is how it really is. I love you. God loves you more. I'll see you soon.